everyone, it's me, Alexis. Today for my Motivational Monday, I'm going to be talking to you guys about body image. Every person, no matter how young, how old, boy or girl, struggles with body image. It is something that happens throughout every single human, and it comes in many different sorts. Growing up in the 21st century is really hard because the 21st century grasps your physical image and cannot let go of it. And it's hard to grow up not caring about what you look like. When we go through our Instagram feeds and go through really our daily lives with ads and magazines and social media, we always see so many pictures of what we consider perfection. And that is for girls, a slim body, toned legs, not too much fat everywhere, it's just perfect. And you see those with models and ads and bikinis, everything. But we have to realize that the people we see usually is Photoshop. The thing is about Photoshop is that it only happens online. So a lot of the things you see online is probably Photoshop. But there is a point to that where you actually see really perfect people out in the world actually in your daily life. So I'm not saying that perfect people don't exist, but they're not perfect, but they really do look good. So Photoshop, although it does apply online, it does not apply to real life, and you see actual models from the runway and they actually do look really good. When we look at them, we have to realize that that is what they choose. A lot of them are more grown up. They might look really young, but they are past their development, past their teenage stage. And a lot of them is their career. It's something that they choose to do. So if they want to pursue that, then that's okay. They get paid for it. So they are, in some cases, obligated, self-obligated, and money obligated to look this certain way. And they're on diets, they're on stuff that they have to have. But that is because that is the life that they chose, and they're past their development stage. Most of them has hopefully graduated high school, done everything that we are doing right now. But us, probably you watching this video, is more or less normal. And I'm not saying models aren't normal, but you're still growing up and you have no obligation to look whatsoever in this way. Everyone is made unique, and everyone's body type and structure is not going to be the same as a lot of the models look like. Every single model basically has a stereotypical size and height to weight ratio, and they all more or less look the same, and we think they look really beautiful, and I'm not saying they don't, because they really do. But a lot of people just will never have the structure that a model has, and that's okay, because I know I will never have the complete structure. A lot of people will never be able to look that way, no matter how hard they diet, how hard they exercise. There is a such thing as healthy, and that is being balanced. And whatever you see in models, that is their career. A lot of them actually do work out and eat right, but some of them are on really strict diets, so I'm just like, okay, you cannot do that. They're starving themselves. But again, that is their person, that is their personality, that is what they have to live with. When we look into the mirror, we often point out every single flaw that we can possibly see about ourselves. And that's okay, it's a natural habit no matter what. But when we look in the mirror, I want you guys to start trying to think about what looks good on you. Although there's nothing that is perfect about you, there's nothing perfect about models either. There is something beautiful in every single one of you. You are made the way you are made for a reason. You have the face structure, you have the hip structure, you have your arms, legs, everything made just for you. And there is a certain point where you can change that. You can eat healthy, you can work out, you can balance your food and drink and soda and cake and everything, but there is a certain point where you cannot change the way you look. Body image is something you will always struggle with. So some tips to stay away from a bad body image and to kind of help it is to stay away from a lot of influences. When you see someone who looks really good, don't compare them. You can praise how beautiful and amazing you look, but when you look at them, don't look back at yourself and look down at yourself and say, wow, I need to be this way. There is a quote that says, pizza and ice cream are both beautiful, but they look nothing alike. You guys like that? There are so many different representations of beautiful. I look at plus size models and think they're just as gorgeous as regular models. Like, they're so gorgeous. There's so many different types of beautiful, and every single one is you. And also, it's all about perspective, your body image. And although I'm not trying to change your body image, because it is something that is not easy to explain in a 5-minute video, more or less of 5 years. It is always something we will have. If we looked in the mirror and we had never seen any other human being on this earth, we probably wouldn't point out as many flaws, because the human consciousness is comparing yourself to models and to other people, and we look at ourselves without any influence. We can be like, wow, we look pretty good, but then when we look a model who is really skinny, really curvy, just what we think is perfect, we look back at ourselves and we can point out more flaws just because we compare. The main thing about your body image is to be happy. And although a lot of times when you look in the mirror and your body image won't be very good, it's never going to be perfect. But you just need to smile. Fake that smile. Be like, I love the way I look. And although it's not true, you can trick yourself into thinking that. And I think the most important thing beside your physical aspect is mentally and emotionally, you need to be happy. And right now I am just in a happy time in my life. No matter what happens with my body image, what happens in my life, I am always finishing the day with a smile, and I'm always happy. And that is the greatest thing ever, because if you are happy, you really can change your body image, you can change your mood and attitudes towards other people, and overall you can get more done, feel happier, and live like a better life. Because who doesn't want to be happy? No matter what you look like, you are beautiful. And although you may not see it, there is hundreds of people who will look at you, thousands, millions of people who will look at you and say, wow, she's so beautiful, or he is so beautiful. Thanks guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Every single one of you is so beautiful. Bye everyone.